Hello. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is to talk about back surgery, some upcoming content, and to clear the air of all that stuff. So I posted a video a couple weeks ago about my upcoming doctor's appointment, and we did talk about surgery and get that scheduled. So I have an open back surgery coming up on the 14th of January, where I'm a little bit disappointed that they can't use a cage. So a cage would be wrapped around my spine and kind of cinch everything together. The advantage to that is that it's a mechanical fix. So the second that mechanical fix is done, it's done. There's no waiting for bones to fuse or any of that business. It's just healing up from being, flayed open. Unfortunately, because of where the problem I'm having, the spondo I'm having, it's so low in my back that they're going to fuse the bottom two vertebrae to my pelvic bone. So I will lose some mobility, but hopefully that will take care of all the pain and discomfort and get me out of this chair. That's the hope. There are a couple of other complications without getting too deep into it. I'm doing some pre-op stuff prior to surgery. So hopefully we will go in as well armed as we can be and get the best result from that surgery. So wish me luck. I don't mind telling you, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm okay with it. It's time. I've now been in this chair for almost 5 months. It'll be about five and a half months by the time the surgery happens. So after the 14th, I do have some other videos where I plan on putting out some content, just taking some old videos that didn't perform as well as I thought they should, kind of re-editing them and posting those. So I may do some of that during my few weeks of being down. Now, the recovery time on that for full recovery is quite lengthy. It could be 3 to 6 months. However, I am told that after a few weeks, I could be back up and very limited doing things on a very limited basis. And now that I have Brad here in the shop to help as well, so I will be spending some time in the shop, within a reason. I'm not going to push it, but as quickly as I can get back where it's safe for me to be back in the shop, I will be back in the shop. During my downtime, I am going to take some time to design some more plan sets, work on Maker's Playground, and if you guys haven't checked that out yet, you really need to go over there. It's growing like crazy, really super cool social media platform for makers. So if you're interested in making, or you're a maker and you want to go see a social media platform that's kind of a hybrid between Facebook and Instagram, but without any of the baloney, it's sitting there, it's beautiful. We got a great crew over. Go check it out, links in the description. So for upcoming content, I will be working on designs while I'm down. I will be planning some really cool builds while I'm recovering. I may actually start working on my book again. I started working on a book a few years back called Jigonometry, the Art and Science of Jig Making. And I have about as much patience as a 3-year-old, so especially with that kind of stuff, so I kind of halted that. I think I might try to kind of work on that a little bit. And I have a very special, absolutely amazing announcement coming up in January, which I'm excited to share with you, but cannot yet. So we got lots of fun stuff on the horizon, and provided the surgery goes well, I'll be back in the shop making stuff, regardless of what happens. I mean, if it just gets rid of the pain, where I'm not having to stop every 5 or 10 minutes and lean my chair back so I'm laying down, if it can get rid of that, I'll be out making content. So, I think that's really what we're shooting here for. Hopefully I'll be out of the chair. Lots of good positive vibes about it's going to, Doc seems to think it won't be too much problem to get me back out of the chair. So after 5 months in this chair, I'm super excited about that. A couple other things that are going on, and I'll have the first video up Sunday. We're working with a couple of manufacturers to do a few different things. One of the things I'm really excited about is, for me, making content has always been getting people excited about getting out to the shop and building something. And it doesn't matter what it is, if it's chairs and cutting boards and that's your thing, get out there and build them. If, just getting people excited about about woodworking and making things, not necessarily woodworking, but just making things. And one of the first things on my channel that I did was really push for accessibility. In fact, until just recently, I've always had a hybrid saw from like a big box store or something in the shop, something that's relatively affordable. And when I decided to start opening the school here, I upgraded all my equipment to nicer equipment. But prior to that, I mean, you didn't see super fancy equipment in my shop. And it's always been about keeping it accessible. And I think one of the things that I did a lot of was homemade machines. The problem with making homemade machines, even though it's a really good idea, is getting some of the parts can be hard to get your hands on, or you have to kind of cobble things together. So one of the things that I've been doing is working with manufacturers to actually make kits to build homemade machines. So part of my business model for next year will be to cut out kits as well, or several things would be provide plans if they just want plans, provide the hardware and the plans if that's what they want, provide kits as well for those people who aren't interested in going through the hassle of making their own equipment, and then also maybe finished products. So one of the things that we're working on right now is a disc sander. So this is a aluminum plate. It's a little bit bigger than this is a prototype than the finished version. I got stuff rolling all over the place. So we would have bearings like this that go on the back and a stop collar, and that would be the hardware kit to build your own like foldable portable disc sander that can be powered with a drill. This is kind of one of my things that I'm super excited about, particularly the disc sander, as I've done some things in my life as far as different jobs as a furniture factory owner, and then also as a millwork installer. One of the things I always wished I had was a disc sander that I could take to the job, because when you're doing real decorative trim, in some cases, it's nice to have a disc sander to kind of edge it. We've always used belt sanders in the past, and belt sanders can be a bit sketch when you're doing that, and it would have just been nice to have a disc sander. So I'm excited to see this one come. Well, you'll see this one on Sunday. Another thing we're doing is having some parts for a homemade lathe made. There's parts for a bunch of kits. So I'm excited about that. And I'm kind of hoping that helps me lead a way to a path to a more endemic channel. In other words, not having to rely so much on brand work. But with the cost of putting out videos, that's an evil necessity. So, and it's not necessarily evil if it's endemic, but when some companies come and they're not necessarily endemic of the space, of the maker space, and they pay well, and there's bills to pay and videos to make, you kind of have to take them. So my answer to that is hopefully to get away a little bit away from that. Obviously, I can't get away from it all the way, and to do some tool stuff. Brad will be in the shop kind of handling a lot of that, which is kind of cool. Brad's been amazing. I always say it's hard to find good help these days, and Brad's just been that cat. So just super, super cool to have him in the shop. So those are a few things that are coming up, and I need your help. I'm going to hold these up to you guys. For some of the tools, we're going to go with aluminum anodized, and I'm suffering between trying to pick the gold or the green. I'll put it close up here on the screen so you can see that. But yeah, what's your favorite colors, guys? Gold or green? Comment down below. So needless to say, there's a lot going on in this shop, and I wanted to let you guys know about the back surgery, kind of talk a little bit about some of the upcoming stuff that we're doing. We're going to see how this goes. We've got a bunch of tools planned, a bunch of hardware kits planned. I'm kind of excited about that. I'd like to see how that goes and see if that's something that can get a foothold, and if people are interested in that. So we can make things as inexpensively as possible, where they can make part of the machine at their own home. I think that's a cool idea. I might be the only one that thinks it's cool, but I do. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today. Builds videos back up on Sunday. We'll be talking about the disc sander on Sunday, and we do have a couple more good videos planned for you before surgery happens. And then after surgery, I'm probably going to go ahead and revamp a couple of older videos and throw them up. That's my plan, y'all. I hope it's something you guys will not suffer through with me, but be okay with, and we'll go from there. As soon as we can get back out of surgery, I got lots of stuff I want to do. I want to do a drill powered Ferris wheel and a hydro-powered forklift that'll lift 1,000 pounds, and I'm going to build a Tesla truck. All this stuff I really want to do. So hopefully we'll get there quick. And with your love and all the wonderful comments that you guys have been leaving on the videos, thank you so much for all of that. That's absolutely incredible. I mean, we're talking well over, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 comments on those 2 videos, which there's no way I could get to all of them. I just want to say thank you to everybody who did that. Much appreciated. All right, folks, that's it for today. We'll see you in the next video.